Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Today, I'll be ranking the Team Dark levels from worst to best. Let's get into it. These are the Team Dark levels ranked from worst to best in Sonic Adventure 2. And starting dead last is number 16, Route 208. Route 280. Sorry if I butchered that. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. It's boring, slow, repetitive, and just bad. That's it. Screw this level. Number 15, Mad Space. Honestly, this level is just so horrendously bad, living up in so much infamy. The space is way too big. Finding the shards is unbelievably difficult. Giving the hints is complete BS. And finding the shards is just, oh my god. Even when you memorize it, it's just so boring. At least the cinematography is pretty good. I'll give it that, but there's not much else. Screw this level. Screw everything about it. Number 14, Sand Ocean. Yeah, it's very slow in some places. I mean, having to constantly be on platforms, having to wait, feels very, very sluggish. I mean, at least the music's alright, but there's not much to say. It's just bad. Number 13, Cannon's Core, Eggman's version. Honestly, out of the Team Dark characters, Eggman's has it the worst. Honestly, having to constantly wait for platforms again feels very repetitive and slow. And for beginners, you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, the end part's fine. It's a lot more difficult, but that's not saying much. It's just unbelievably boring in some places. Pretty much messing up what Tails started. Well done. Number 12, Weapons Bed. When you're gathering up points, it's fun. But there's a better version of that later on the list. But this feels honestly too easy. I mean, you could pretty much beat this level in what, 2 minutes? If you're fast enough? Oh yeah, and the hovering feels way too easy. Honestly, it's just too easy, honestly. Sorry if I said that again, but that's not enough to say. If you're a points person and you love stacking up high points, this level's for you, but trust me, there's a better version of it later on the list. Number 11, Cannon's Core, Rouge's version. I mean, it is better than Eggman's, but that's not saying much. I mean, it is straight after Eggman, and it's fine. I mean, it's surprisingly short. I mean, all you have to do is climb up walls, jump around a bit, and just press buttons, and the last part is annoying, I'll give it that, but at least it's not uncomfortably hard like with Knuckles. Ugh. So yeah, it's fine enough. Surprisingly short. That's about it. Number 10, Egg Quarters. What a way to start off the top 10 with, honestly, a really story-driven level. I love the intensity. It's a great piece of level structure, and I like the robot being an actual obstacle. It's a better version of Death Chamber. That's pretty much all I can say. Honestly, give this level a go, you will not be disappointed. Surprisingly. Number 9, Lost Colony. Well, it is pretty forgettable, at least it's not overly bad. I mean, the ambience is kinda neat, and I love, exploring the place. It's surprisingly good. I mean, yeah, you still shoot at stuff, but it's fun shooting up stuff. It's a surprisingly good level. Shooting up stuff, fun hovering, and quiet music to level the mood. It's another good story-driven level. Spot on. Number 8, Final Chase. Yeah, it's Shadow's worst level in this game, but it's hard to say it's not bad. I mean, they do kind of use it for Shadow's campaign in Sonic and X Shadow Generations, but it's called Space Colony Arc. But at least they improve what this level failed at. I mean, the spinning rotating things can either be hit or miss. When it does hit, it surprisingly is fine. But when it misses, it can miss hard. Like really annoying. Again, the speed and adrenaline is still pretty good. I like the intensity, but it can be slow at times. But still surprisingly good enough. Number 7, Cosmic Wall. Yeah, it's pretty much the better version of Weapons Bed. I mean, stacking up points, not just walking while stacking up points, but stacking them while you're on a goddamn roller coaster. It's just fun. Shooting up stuff, shooting up machinery, shooting up robots, shooting up pretty much anything that comes at you. Oh, and the cinematography is once again gorgeous, seriously. How they do this beautiful cinematography while in these type of space levels is beautiful. Oh, and hovering is and the gravity is a big part of this level that is freaking great, particularly when you're going up or you're going straight down while shooting. Honestly, it's just a great level. Number 6, Dry Lagoon. Honestly, not a bad start to Rouge's campaign in the story. It's nice and short. I like the tonal mechanic as you either go from exploring up the various reaches of the level or going down to explore the lower reaches of the level. You can even swim with a turtle if you get that shard that's in the water, underwater. And I do like that when you save the turtle pretty much thanks you by getting you down on the other section of the level. That is a little piece of detail that I thoroughly enjoyed. Honestly, this is a great start to Rouge's story. Sadly, it ends on a sour note. Number 5, Iron Gate. Yeah, this is honestly the best Eggman level I could ever play. I mean, for one, it's a great first level for Team Dark. Shooting up stuff, shooting up doors, enemies, platforms, especially at the end where you shoot a missile through the gun doors. Honestly, it's just a perfect level. And once again, the way this level flows through with the story is great. I consider it Eggman's best level overall. Yeah, I said Eggman's best level because this is where Eggman stays. Sorry, buddy. Number 4, Security Hall. Honestly, this is Rouge's best level. The intensity in this level is great. It's not too big. The level design is decent. And the timer, even though Rouge kind of screwed that one up for herself, story-drivenly, but gives a lot of intensity that I thoroughly enjoyed. It's not too hard that it's frustrating, and it's not too easy, it's kind of insulting. Honestly, this is Rouge's best level overall. And sadly, this is not the end of the list, because the next 3 levels, the final 3 levels, are all Shadows levels. That means, sorry Rouge, this is the end. This is where you stay. Number 3, Skyrail. I do have one slight nitpick with this level. It's too short. But it's not also bad. Honestly, this is a surprisingly decent level. I mean, especially at the first part where you jump just at the right moment, you get a 1000 point flip point. Honestly, that was great. I like the speed. The rails are actually fun to ride on. And it's just great cinematography. I'm legit surprised. Yeah, I pretty much rid on in my Shadow video, but giving it ranks this high, it's a really great level. That's enough I can say. Sorry. Number 2, White Jungle. Oh my god. Every time that music plays, I know that I'm in for a fun time. And this is honestly a very fun time. Honestly, the great sense of speed, riding around on vines, pulling with vines as they give you an energy of a boost. Honestly, the music is incredible. And it just gives you a great sense of adrenaline. It's just fun. It's great. And even though the Lightspeed Dash Through ability is introduced in this level, it's not overly bad. It's passable enough. But the rest of the level is top notch. But there is one that I thoroughly enjoyed the most. Can you guess what it is? And the number 1 best Team Dark level is Radical Highway. Come on. Yeah, number 1 is Radical Highway. I mean, how could it not be? It's goddamn Radical Highway. It's iconic. It's a great first impression for Shadow. I love the structure, and it's just a badass level. Honestly, the music just slaps. No wonder it was featured in the 3DS version of Sonic Generations, which doesn't make a whole lick of sense when you actually think about it. But it's also featured in the Shadow campaign of Sonic and Shadow Generations. Honestly, that was amazing. Honestly, Radical Highway is just a speed, adrenaline, hunk of fun, and it is legit awesomely badass. Honestly, it's just not only Shadow's best level, but it is the number 1 best Team Dark level. Period. And it's not hard to see why. This level is iconic. So that's my ranking of the Team Dark levels from worst to best. To end the night, I'll be ranking the Team Dark bosses from worst to best. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.